question. So, what is your go-to karaoke song? Please give your name and your club that you're representing.
I guess I'll start. Hi, I am Brianna Alonzo, and I am the president of the CSUN Accounting Association. And my karaoke song that probably be my go-to would probably be Love Bug from Jonas Brothers, just because it's like a cute, slow song that a lot of people know. So I would choose that. I'll pass it on to Jesus.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jesus. I'm the current ALPFA president for this semester. I don't have a karaoke song, but a karaoke artist. I feel like any Bad Bunny song will be poppin'. Like, there's nothing more that I miss, like being in the car with your friends and just blasting Bad Bunny and driving around. That's the best. I can pass it on to Dung.
Hi, I'm Dung. I'm the president of Beta Alpha Psi, and my go-to karaoke song is Let Me Love You by Mario because I'm a simp. Is Imran here?
No, I think Imran
is not here, so it's all of you. So then we can go to ask the questions because we can start without him, I guess. Okay, my first question is from Jesus, and then I'll call the names so you guys won't forget like which you guys want to go first. How do you sign up to be a member, and should members be in a specific major to join?
So to answer your first question, how to sign up to be a member, you visit us during table sitting. We do have table sitting going on right now up until February 25th. It's going to be from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And all the information will be on Instagram at csunalpha.com, as well as our website, which is csunalpha.org. Should members be in a specific major to join? No, Alpha is completely open to all majors on campus.
Okay. And then if Brianna could answer that question too.
Yeah, so we have our kind of list to sign up on our website at csun.org, and there should be like a little tab that says join, and it'll tell you the steps. So we're having our payments through Venmo, and it'll be $15, and you kind of put like the description of Spring 2021 membership drive, and you put like your CSUN email, and then we'll send you a membership form, and then we'll ask all your information so we can add you to our email list, and you can know about all of our future events and programs and everything. We are also doing table sitting from now until the 26th, the day right before our mock interview workshop. So
okay. And then Dung, if you can answer that question as well.
So similar to what they said, you could visit us at table sitting. BAAP's going to be table sitting from now until February 18th. And for new members, you basically just go through an initial screening, and then we'll follow up with the details afterwards. But to join, you have to be an accounting major, finance, or information systems, and you need to start taking like your upper division major classes. So like if you're an accounting major, you have to be currently enrolled in 350.
350, okay. And then the next question my co-director Abby would ask.
So the next question will be, do you have any membership fees? And we could start with Brianna, then Dung, then Jesus.
Yeah, so we have a $15 membership fee, and I realized I forgot the major question. So we have a lot of accounting firms coming, so it can be accounting NIS majors, but we're honestly open to all because any major can really benefit from any professional development.
And then next was, I guess, Dung.
So for BAAP, for returning members, it's going to be $30, and then for new members, it's going to be $90. But that's because $75 goes to like BAAP National to enroll the new member in the database.
For Alpha, it's similar to AA. We do have a $15 membership fee that can be found on the membership form at the end of the form. I do ask if you guys can read the form before sending in your payments. It's asking for information such as your CSUN email, your student ID, and your name if the Venmo name is different. And please make that transaction private between myself and yourself.
The next question is what benefits are executives to your club? If Don could answer, and then and Jesus, and then Brianna. Sorry.
So for BAP, we have some BAP exclusive events throughout the semester. So the first main one is going to be Candidates Integration Day, which is a day to basically integrate all the new members of BAP into BAP, and they can meet all the alumni and all the current members. Other events that we have that are exclusive is also our weekend seminars, which includes like speakers and professional development events. And our professional development events and social events are also BAP exclusive, I believe.
For Alpha, right now we're what we call a grace period. All the months for February are completely open to everyone. Technical meetings, social events, student development workshops. But once the membership drive ends on February 25th, if you did not submit your payment and your membership form, we will be conducting an audit. And from now on, all events will be Alpha exclusive to members.
The next question will be, do you have a mentorship program? And if so, how does it work and how do members register for this? And first could be Jesus, then Brianna, then Dung.
Yes, we do have our Alpha Amigo program. We decided to relaunch it this semester. My two executive student liaisons are on the call. They are overseeing the mentorship program this semester. How does it work? So on the membership form, you will have a question if it's asking for if you want an Alpha Amigo, basically. So if you want to be assigned a mentor after membership drive ends. And all of my executive members are going to be mentors, so you'll be pairing up with them throughout this month if you set up for one. Just in case, if you already filled out the membership form and you decided to change your mind, go ahead and just reach out to me, Jordan, or Sheree.
Sorry, was it me? Yes, we do have a mentorship program. It's a part of kind of our exclusive thing to members, like our workshops and apparel and everything. We are having our mentorship mixer this Friday, and it's kind of like a nice way to kind of meet your mentor and a mentee from the professional and student side. And meet them in an informal kind of setting. And we also will be pairing them up until the end of the semester. So while you're filling out your membership form, there'll be a question asking, do you want to be a part of the mentorship program? And that's on the basis of you want to be a mentor and a mentee. And then after you answer that, we will send you another form and give you more information of what to kind of expect as a mentee, what to do as a mentor, and all of that good stuff.
So for BAP, we also have a mentorship program, which we're kind of changing up this semester. So we rebranded it to a family line, and you're basically going to be put in like a group built like with other members of different standings in BAP. And it's more of like a way to learn more about BAP and meet more people, especially because we're all in like a virtual format. So it's like hard to meet people. So I figured having everybody in like a smaller group would make it easier. And for that, everybody that joins BAP is enrolled in that automatically. So there's no way of getting out of it. You can't pick your family, but you could learn to love them.
The next question is, what type of events do you offer, and do they have like a specific date and times? If Jesus could go first, and then Brianna, and then Dung.
Oh my God, Dung, you're so funny. For events we offer, I'll just divide them into 4 parts. So for technical meetings, We do offer meetings every Tuesday and every other Thursday. We have companies such as the Big Four. We have KPMG on this Thursday, a bunch of mid-tier size firms, as well as some industry firms. We do have Goldman Sachs, Communal Financial, and we just booked a meeting with the Walt Disney Company, so that's exciting. For student development workshops, we have the Industry Night Meet the Firms panel next Wednesday from 1 to 2 p.m. We have Campus Ambassador, like Meet the Firm / Industry Night office hours. Campus Ambassadors will be on the call to just like answer any questions you have before going to Meet the Firms or Industry Night. Down the road, we have our professional events such as Women of Alpha. This year we have the topic of women in the entertainment industry, breaking barriers in the entertainment industry. It's just a way to like hear out the panel and network with them, as well as like a variety of different social events. We have one upcoming next Friday for our game night membership mixer.
Okay, and then for us, we do have our Monday technical meetings and every other Wednesday. They're all from 12 to 1. And if you can't make it, it's okay. We record them just in case you want to catch up on information that the firms have stated. Like next week, we have EY and Deloitte. And then we also have some evening panels, kind of like this one from 5 to 6:30. Next week, we will be having the Big Four panel and mid-tier panel right before Meet the Firms. A good mix of everything. We also have our networking workshop and our mock interview workshop from 9 to 4 p.m., but you choose your slot time. So we have that whole day and you get to choose what slot times you would like to go in, and it's perfect to get ready for Meet the Firms and getting used to that one-on-one kind of conflict like virtually. And then we also have the mock interview, so perfect before interviews. And if you want to brush up on your interview skills, we also have that. We do have social events coming up this semester, will probably range from like Friday through Sunday, more in the night time. Like our first one will be our meet and greet on February 19th. It's a Friday at 4 p.m.
Okay, so for B.A.A.M, it's so we have our Candidates Integration Day. So that's going to be member exclusive, and that's the first event we have coming up. That's going to be on February 21st. I think it's on a Sunday. It's at 10 to 2. And then we also have 2 weekend seminars this semester, which is also member exclusive. And these are mandatory events for members to attend. And I'm not too sure what the dates are for those on the top of my head, but we do have them set. So if you ask me later, I got it. And then we have professional development events throughout the semester and social events. So everything, all the B.A.A.M exclusive events are going to be more on the weekends. But similar to AA and Alpha and NISA, we also have like weekly technical meetings on every other Wednesday and Thursday.
For the next question will be, what platforms do you use to promote club events? And we'll start with Brianna. And I apologize, Brianna, we forgot to give you a chance to answer the what events are exclusive to your club as well. So can you answer that one as well?
Yeah, no worries. We have our mentorship program, as I said earlier. We have our networking workshop, mock interviews, and then with your membership, we also give you apparel at the end of this semester. So like last semester, it was the sweaters. In the spring, we have shirts. So that's what's coming up this semester. And then in terms of promoting, when you are in the membership drive and you are filling out the form, you are invited to join the group chat for members. And we also put like our information there of what to expect for the week or what's to come. And if you missed that in the membership form, we also sent it in our Sunday newsletter too, so you can join from there with the link. We have Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, all at CSUN, and then YouTube as well. If you want to see our podcasts or any videos from the past, we also have podcasts on Spotify. So give that a listen to. We have like a variety of topics from there.
And then it will be Dung, if you can answer, what platforms do you use to promote your club events?
Yeah, so our most active platform would be our Instagram, CSUN B.A.A.M. I think Other than the Instagram, we are also active on LinkedIn. On Facebook, we're not too active, but I'd really recommend following us on LinkedIn because I think that's where you're gonna get the most like up-to-date information. Or just message me. I mean, that's fine too.
And then his
I am social media.
So for Alpha, similar to BAB, we use Instagram a lot for our events, any upcoming opportunities to like hang out with us, like our social events. We also have Twitter and Facebook. We don't really, I shouldn't say we don't use them, but like they're not as active as our Instagram. Our Instagram is your one-way stop to check everything Alpha out. And next week, we're starting our Instagram takeover. So you get to meet all of us on Instagram.
The next question is for you, Jesus, again. How does the club increase cultural awareness as mentioned in the website?
Oh, that's a good question. So what ALPFA stands for is the Association of Latino Professionals for America. Super long, but we do strive for Latino awareness and sort of like give spotlight to that sort of like diversity within the professional world. However, over the years, this organization has grown and opened more doors to pretty much everyone, like I mentioned, since every major is open to join. Also, every background is open to join. And that kind of gives you like more perspective on like other cultures and like how other people think within like the business world. So.
Thank you. Now I pass it to Abby.
And so this one is specific to Dung. I saw on the website that there's a point system, and how does that work for the members of your club?
Yeah, so basically the point system is just a way to kind of keep our members engaged in like all the activities that are happening at school. So you get points by attending events like this, or like technical meetings, or any of like the BAP exclusive events. Like basically any of the events, like, or most of the events that the accounting club holds, those count for points. And so there's a 45-point requirement. There's a lot of little details in it. So you can totally read about it on our website, www.csunbab.org. I'm taking a wild guess. I don't think it's actually org. Someone double check, please. But it's just a way for members to stay engaged and active.
Okay. The next question is, why did you choose a specific club and how has club benefited you? Brianna could go first, and then Dung, and then Jesus.
Yeah, so I initially joined the Accounting Association because when I joined, I was a freshman and it was my first year, and I was very involved in high school and everything. So when I came to college, my first semester, I was like, I'm a commuter. I just go home, go to class and everything. So I was like, I want to be involved in something. I at least want to be active. I want to know how to meet people because coming in, I was a very shy person. And so I think one of the most beneficial things that I have gotten about being active and being in a club is getting out of my shell and being more comfortable being here. Yesterday I was on a call with someone and they asked me, did you think that from when you first joined, did you think that you were going to end up president? And I was like, no, because at the time I was very shy. So I was also a freshman. So they're like, oh, you have a lot of time. Like you'll be, president, you'll do so many positions. I'm like, I don't know about that. Like that was being here in this position back then was so out of my comfort zone. So now I'm glad that I've kind of grown and I'm like way more comfortable in talking to people and everything. So that's kind of my little background.
Thank you for sharing. And then Dung. And then
So when I first transferred into CSUN, I actually joined all the clubs all at once because you never know who you're going to get along with until you kind of like actually see it, right? So I literally, I was in the courtyard of Bookstein and I walked in a circle around all the table sitting in clubs, and I was just like, can I join your club? And I like did that just for like all 4 clubs. And I ended up sticking more with BAP just because I found like I was just more comfortable with everybody. I found a lot of great mentors in BAP that really helped me through my recruiting process and through honestly life. Like I text them and I'm just like, hey, help, I'm struggling. And like to this day, like even though they graduated, like I feel I'm still comfortable with like texting them for help on just like anything, because we're just close like that, you know? That fam, where you at? But no, like but my club has really benefited me because it's definitely given me like a comfortable environment to grow. Like I know like I can be comfortable around everybody, but we also push each other to be more professional and to grow as professionals.
Similar to Dung, I was also a transfer student. I transferred fall 2019, and I was just so eager to get involved. So I literally went to like every meeting, every weekend meeting, and everything. I was just soaking everything in. But something about ALPFA, like just the vibe, like you know when you're like meet the firms and you're like talking to professionals and you like come across a certain firm, you're like, the vibe is different, right? And that's the same vibe I got with ALPFA. And I was like, oh, you guys like to party, huh? It's like, so I was just more attached with ALPFA, and like throughout my time with ALPFA, like I just completely fell in love with the culture, and it has shaped into the person who I am today. The club benefited me so much through all my experiences with the positions I've held. It helped me gain my offer with PwC. It helped me feel more of myself in terms of like my identity that I fall under. So ALPFA is like the best place. Yeah, ALPFA fan.
And the next question will be, what was your first directorship role in your club, and what was your experience with that? And we could start with
So I transferred in the fall, and then in the spring, I decided to do a directorship with both AA and BAP. So I was student activities for AA, and for BAP, I was the multimedia and tech director. So I was in charge of making the BAM newsletters that have all the club events. And I honestly think I had a really good experience with both directorships, even though COVID kind of canceled half of my directorship. So I ended up only doing like one student activity event. But I cried. What is it? It was karaoke night, and I sang my favorite song. So you know, it was awesome. But I honestly thought I'd learned a lot about like how to communicate when I took on like a directorship role, because you don't really realize it on like a day-to-day basis, but it's like you're communicating with all these different individuals from like different clubs or like professionals from outside of CSUN, and it's honestly like a great learning experience. That's all I could really say about it.
and then Jesus, and then Brianna.
My first directorship with ALPFA was meetings team. Shout out to my co-director who's on the call, who is now my vice president. So with meetings, since I did it in person, I was really able to talk to professionals because I was also recruiting at the same time. So it was more like a discipline to me. I was forcing myself to, you know, shake partners' hands, talk to recruiters, because essentially I was the one scheduling the meetings. So with that experience and recruiting happening at the same time, I was able to feel completely comfortable walking to meet the firms and say, you know what, I got this.
My first directorship position was awards banquet, which we don't really have that directorship anymore, but like back then, the awards banquet, the B.A.A.M clubs would basically be in charge of planning it. So that was like a good experience. That was like my first, I wanted to not fully jump in and choose like a really difficult one, if I'm being honest, because I was just like, oh my God, overwhelmed with everything. So when I first did that, I was like, okay, I like it. I like the people. Like I remember like our first like director retreat, like we went bowling. And then like from that, like I was like, oh my God, I like everyone here. Like table sitting was really fun. So I think just in general, my directorship, it like get me introduced to a whole bunch of different people with different personalities. So that's what I liked from there, and that's what made me stay.
Thank you, guys. And then the other question is, which executive position would you say face the most challenges? Dung could go first, and then Jesus, and then Brianna.
I think it's kind of hard to choose like which executive position kind of like faces the most challenges, just because with like the virtual transition, I feel like everybody's just kind of had like a really steep learning curve. But one thing that I think has gotten harder as we like went virtual was probably like the membership drive, because we're not able to be in person anymore. So you can't like just walk around our table and just be like, hey, like what's BAP about, you know? So for that, I'd have to say that my vice president of membership, Ariana, if you're still on this call. Yes, she is. Yeah. So Ariana, she has it pretty hard because she's in charge of the membership drive. And it's kind of hard to like find students right now, like when you guys like, you know, can't see us in person, can't like feel the love. That is all.
I'm also having a little bit of a difficult time deciding which executive faces the most challenges. I feel like now that it's virtual, just any exec that has to deal with like student engagement, I feel like that completely went down because of COVID. Like it's not the same experience as like walking past like 4117 and seeing like a full room, or like walking past like the table sitting. But you guys have to realize like we offer a lot of events, a lot of opportunities for networking with professionals as well as some of these other clubs. Like it's pretty much impossible not to land an internship because of so much opportunities. And those opportunities have not stopped in this virtual environment. They are still alive and active. It just takes a little bit of time to like maneuver your way into like a virtual environment when you want to get involved. But nonetheless, like we're still open to a bunch of opportunities to offer.
And the next question would be, since all of you are presidents, how long does it take to become a president, and what was your motivation to become one? And we could start with Jesus, and then Brianna, then Dung.
Brianna, did you get a chance to answer the last question?
I'll just answer for the next.
Okay, for sure. How long does it take to become a president? And okay, well, to run for president, you just have to qualify for the position basically, which is having a directorship and an executive. I sort of follow that path during my position. I started out as an intern, which I'll get into a bit. I did director spring, I did VP of social events last fall, and now I'm the president. So it really doesn't matter how long you've been with ALPFA. If you have those two requirements, like you're more than welcome to run. What was my motivation to become president? Last semester's president. I met her when I was a director during the spring of 2020. She was one of the executive advisors. And, you know, we clicked, we hung out a lot of times. She got to understand my story and vice versa. And she overall became like one of my best friends. And I remember opening up to her about how, like I said, I was also recruiting at the time. So I really opened up to her about like not feeling like I'm worth or have the capability to like receive offers or like climb like the tier system in the clubs. And she gave me some advice. And like at the end of that conversation, she told me, you know what, like one day you're going to become president. And like to me, that always stood out a lot. And like that spoke high volumes with me. And ever since then, you know, I've always became hungry. I've always became an individual who never settled for anything. I feel like there's always room for improvement for ourselves. And I feel like if you have the desire to change and motivate yourself, you can accomplish anything you want. Sorry, I'm like the biggest fan. So like
And now I guess it's Brianna, if you could please answer that question, and then the previous one, we missed you again. Sorry.
Don't worry. I honestly agree with Dung and Jesus about kind of all the exec positions kind of being a little challenging, especially because you go in like they can give you like a format, but at the same time, like you'll still will be a little lost because, you know, now you're the one like in charge of guiding other directors. Now you're the one in guiding like team. So I think just in general, all executive positions has a little challenge because, you know, it's a new step in growth for every single position that you do. So you have little obstacles coming from there. And then for AA, how long does it take to be a president? It kind of depends. So you can do like a director, then an exec position, and then hit president. I've seen that before. We also have on our like constitution, like just in case no executive wants to be a president in the upcoming semester, like you have 2 directorship positions at least. But for me, on one hand, like I started off with awards banquet director, then I did student development. So I was in charge of the networking workshop and the mock interviews. And then I did controller, and then I did executive coordinator, vice president, and now I'm president. Not a lot of people tend to do all of those and then do it, but yeah, that's how it was for me. And honestly, I think all of those positions kind of molded me in a way that it's literally like who I am. And I'm very more confident because of all the positions I've done. And I don't know, like the people I've met every semester have mentored me in a way that I don't even think that they understand. Like from my freshman to now, like even like in every board I've been in, I have like a really close friend in each of them, and I still talk to them. And it's just kind of like you join and then you'll have like a friendship forever, or like at least what it feels like for now. So that's what I'm happy about.
That's great. So my next question is from you, Brianna. Do companies show interest when you mention you have an executive position? And then Dung and then Jesus can answer.
I think Dung needs to answer the previous question. Sorry.
It's okay. We could totally skip it. We're good. Just kidding. So for B.A.A.M, it in our bylaws, you just need to do a directorship before you can run for president. But I would honestly recommend doing an executive position before that, because we've only had like one president in the past that's gone from a directorship to presidency, and I honestly don't know how she did it, because when I was the director, I felt like I didn't know anything about B.A.A.M. And then like once I turned into like an executive, that's when I was like, oh my gosh, there's like so much more information that I didn't know about B.A.A.M. But my motivation to become president was just because I wanted to make my mentors proud. So a lot of my mentors have been from B.A.A.M. and when they graduated, I told them like, I want to forever make you guys proud. Like I'm gonna do whatever I can to always make you guys proud. So then, and I wanted to run for president because I felt like in this virtual format, you know, I say that sentence like so many times, but like, hey, I feel like we're all getting this feeling of like isolation and like loneliness. And in case you guys haven't noticed, I'm a lot of personality and a little person. So like, I just wanted to like spread some joy and like some energy, because I think we all need that, especially because these Zoom calls get kind of boring sometimes. That is all.
Then my question is, do companies show interest when you mention you have an executive position, Brianna?
They do. I think, if I'm being honest, I think firms and companies really love just the students at CSUN in general. I think honestly, if I'm being honest, I think CSUN students are like top notch. Like we're really well-rounded students, and we all come from different backgrounds. So I think that lets like firms know like, oh, like they've worked so hard for where they're at, for their positions that they're at, that it's like, wow, I want them. Like I was in a call earlier with a firm, and they basically said that they really like how CSUN students are. Like they're always surprised of how CSUN is like, they have like top grade students, and not a lot of people like vouch for them like that. So it's like, yeah, we might be a state school, but we have a lot of like shining stars in it. So yeah.
And then Dung, if you could answer that.
I think in general, like if you show that you're involved in any club, it doesn't matter which one. Like I feel like companies just like show interest. So like if you do a directorship or like any position, like any like leadership position in any club, it's gonna show that like, you know, you really took on that responsibility. But definitely I think there's something different about like when companies see that you're a part of BAP, or because it is an honor society. So if you're a part of it, then they know that you're meeting that standard of honors, like that you're eligible to be in an honor society. But then when you're also talking to like professionals that like meet the firms, if they see that you're like in BAP, they're like, oh my gosh, I was like BAP alumni. And then you have like that connection, you know? And so I think that's, yeah, that is all.
And then Jesus.
I want to sort of like echo what Brianna was saying. So I used to go to a UC, and now I'm here at a Cal State. So I kind of downgraded, but I feel like I upgraded because of this reason. I feel like students at CSUN are just hustling, period. They're just hustling for their degrees. They have family members, they have part-time jobs, sometimes even full-time. And companies recognize that from the bat. Like they just see CSUN and they know you're a hardworking student. And during my internship, CSUN was just like a gem, you know? It was just like, wow, you're from CSUN. I already know what kind of student you are. And that's a hardworking student. But in terms of ALPFA, so ALPFA is a national organization. There are professional chapters filled with professionals who work in like accounting, finance, management, marketing, it's the entire business world. So in LA, like how of a culture is LA, like it's so diverse, you're bound to meet another person, a professional who has been with ALPFA or involved with them in some sort of way. So I feel like when you meet someone from ALPFA, it's just an instant connection. So.
Yeah, to add that, I always check the firms LinkedIn, or the most of the people that they hire is from CSUN. So,
Yeah.
we make a great choice from the beginning to be at CSUN. So I'll hand it over to Abby.
And the next question will be, what aspects of the club do you think you can improve this semester? And we could start with Dung.
I mean, honestly, I don't know what aspects I could really improve, because I think more of my focus is just trying to make people more comfortable in like in the virtual environment. And I think another thing that we could do is just improve our communication. So be on top of our marketing a little bit more. Our team is a little bit smaller on the like in BAP, but I think we're doing a great job so far of like trying to like spread the word about like our events and like things like that, just because we just have an amazing e-board this semester. Other than that, I don't really know what else we can improve. It's just the vibes, guys. The vibes.
And then Jesus.
Yeah, I think ALPFA is doing great so far. I don't feel anything that needs to be altered, but we did decide to like, so for our technical meetings that happen like every Tuesday and every Thursday, we did decide to open them up 15 minutes before and 15 minutes after, just for students to like come and hang out with us, talk to us. I feel like that provides more engagement with our members. Like how it was in person, the room will be open before and after, so we're doing this time around.
And then Brianna.
Also kind of just to like, for Jesus, like I think it's really cute how ALPFAs, I think they're having like, they called it like a pop-up, like a social pop-up, and I think that name in general is just really cute. So I just had to throw that out there. But aspects to kind of improve, I think what we're trying to improve on is just kind of make it more interactive and more in letting students know more of their resources. I think all of the clubs honestly have great resources, so I think just in general, just kind of we offer all of these things, and that we're, you know.
So the last question is, what advice would you give to prospective members that want to get involved this semester? So Jesus could go first, and then Brianna, and then Dung.
I feel like the best advice I could give like prospective like alpha members is just to feel excited. I feel like oftentimes we kind of face our own challenges that we just want to be perfect, that we just want to get that internship or get straight A's or just be overall perfect. But I feel like we should all remind ourselves that we're students. Like we're so early in our professional career that it's okay to feel nervous. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to like not land the first time you're recruiting. It's okay. So like coming into alpha, I just expect to like have fun, but also develop your professional and student development skills. And honestly, like the alpha media culture is pretty top notch to like making you feel comfortable like outside your comfort zone, if that makes sense. But yeah.
And then Brianna.
Yeah. Like I know in this like virtual setting, it's really hard to kind of know what's really to get help from people, to meet people, just seeing what's really out there for your resources. So I hope this like this call and like future flyers and stuff you in that sense. If you're nervous about kind of meeting people and because you've been like isolated for so long from the past basically year. So just know like we're all like we're honestly just going through the same struggle as you are, and we just want to support you as much as we can. Like I know it's week 2 and it's very like it already feels overloaded. Like I was talking to some of my directors and they're like, yeah, this semester feels a little bit different. So we know, we get it, like we know how overwhelming everything is. So not we want to help you develop like professionally, but we also just want to be your little break from like dealing with so many things outside of like just school and stuff. So we hope to see you at like our events and just in general, just talk to us. Like me, like I'm always available, so you can reach out to me like through GroupMe or like text me or whatever. But yeah, we're here for you and hope you join the fam.
So for me, my advice to prospective members that want to get involved this semester is to just do it. Just kidding. Like honestly, you just put yourself out there, because there's so many amazing clubs on campus, and like just like try to join as many clubs as you can and like get the feel for like all the different clubs, because you're gonna find one club that's gonna really love you for who you are personally. And it's not to say that like AA and Alpha doesn't love me, like I'm gonna make them love me anyways. But like like when I'm in my BAP chat, like I'm just like popping off all the time, like I'm telling really bad jokes. Like during my election I told a SpongeBob joke, apparently everybody hated it. But they've learned to love me, and I think everybody could probably find a club that's gonna love them for who they are personally, because I'm very insecure about myself. But just get involved, guys. It's fun. You can meet me. Just kidding. Okay, that's all.
Okay, we are gonna send you guys. Thank you for attending, and thank you for your honest answers. All of you are presidents, and then we are gonna send you to breakout rooms, so you can ask other questions from them too.
Okay, so the breakout rooms are set up. You're able to join whichever club that you like, and you can hop on from one breakout room to another. We'll have that available until 6:30. You can feel free to leave before then, or wait until the end. We'll come back, resume into the main room, and then try to take a little picture with all the people who stuck with us to the end. And then that will conclude our event a little later. So go ahead and do that. Let me know if you have any difficulties in joining the groups. You should be able to hop into the break rooms.